Okay guys, so instead of the long division practice today, we're going to do the chapter 11 math test. And I'm going to read the questions for you so that you can, have a little bit of help with this. So what you need to do is from your big book, you need to rip out page 437, and that's the assessment practice. And you're going to complete numbers 1 through 8 on the test. If you want to just work on it by yourself, then you can ignore this video. If you want to have me read the questions to you, you can listen to me read the questions and then pause the video while you complete the question and then continue to play it, and I'll continue reading all the questions throughout the whole test for you. Okay, so pause the video, get your page out, get ready, and when you're ready, start playing. All right, number 1, what is the difference between the heaviest and the lightest weights? So look at the line plot and find the difference between the heaviest and lightest weights. Think about the word difference. What operation do I need to do when I'm thinking of the word difference? Remember, pause the video while you work on the question. Number 2, how many dots would be placed above 1 3/4 inches in a line plot with this data? So you're looking for 1 3/4 and you're filling in how many dots would go on top of 1 3/4 in a line plot. Write on the data sheet here, put checks to help mark your place. Number 3, which is the most common length of snail Fred has in his backyard? So remember, what do you do when you're looking for the most common length or the most common measurement on a line plot? Which one is the most common? Meaning which one comes up the most frequently? Number 4, during a sleep study, the number of hours 15 people slept was recorded in the table below. Hours of sleep in one night. A, use the data in the table to draw a line plot. I already started the line plot for you, and I broke it into hours by the half hour. So 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, and 9. I labeled hours on the bottom, and I gave it a title on the top for sleep in one night. So what you need to do is you need to copy that down, and then you need to plot the data by using either dots or X's. Part B, how many more hours did the person who slept the greatest number of hours sleep than the person who slept the least number of hours? Explain. And by explain, you can just show your work to explain. So you're going to look at your line plot when it's done. You're going to see how many hours were the greatest and how many hours were the least. And then you're going to see how many more hours the person who slept the greatest slept than the person who slept the least amount of hours. And show your work in this box here. All right, number 5. Use the line plot below. Select all the true statements. Okay, so we have heights of bean plants. It's in inches. I look at those dots. Represent the bean plants that measured that tall. Okay, the greatest height is 2.5 inches. If that's true, fill in the square. More plants have a height of 2 inches than 1.5 inches. If that's true, fill in the square. There are 3 plants with the height of 1 inch. If that's true, fill in the square. There are 3 plants with a height of 2 inches and 3 plants with a height of 2.5 inches. If that's true, fill in the square. Last one. The tallest plant is 1.5 inches taller than the shortest plant. So the tallest plant is 1.5 inches taller than the shortest plant. If that's true, fill in the square. Number 6. Mr. Trihorn's class measured the lengths of crayons. How many crayons did they measure? Use the line plot. Number 7. Use the line plot from exercise 6. How many crayons were greater than 3 inches long? So you're going back to the line plot here for number 6, on number 6 to answer number 7. Use the line plot from exercise 6. How many crayons were greater than 3 inches long? And last one, number 8. Miss Garcia measured the heights of her students. Use the data in the table to draw a line plot. All right, well, I started it for you. Height of students, 3, 3 1/4, 2 1/4, 3 3/4, 4, 4 1/4, 4 2/4, 4 3/4. Quarters are the same as fourths. And feet on the bottom. So you're going to plot all the data using dots or X's to match the data table. Use the data in exercise 8. Select all the statements that are true. The tallest student was 4 feet tall. Fill in the box if it's true. The tallest student is 4 2/4 feet tall. Fill in the box if that's true. The shortest student is 3 3/4 feet tall. Fill in the box if that's true. The tallest student is 1 foot taller than the shortest student. Fill in that box if that's true. The most common height of the students was 4 feet tall. Fill in the box if that's true. Okay, so after you finish your test, you need to email the test to me. Email me the test. So you're going to have your parents take a picture or scan it, whatever works best, and you're going to send me both sides. Make sure your name is in the email and your name is on the test. And just mail me this test by Friday morning, okay? Email me the test and I'll say due Friday.